Hi everyone, it's Tony and Rob here, co-founders of Great Ideaz. In this video, we are going to talk about the business value of trellispark. So Tony, why don't you kick it off?
Well, Rob, as you know, we do a lot of meetings with C-suite, CEO, CFO type executives, talking about trellispark and how it affects, their businesses. And one of the things that they always seem to want to talk to us is about is, what's the strategic advantage of trellispark? How is it going to help me grow my business?
Yeah, the world keeps changing and the pace of change just seems to keep accelerating. And I think one of the biggest challenges that so many organizations have is to capitalize on business opportunities, to be able to have that strategic advantage. It's all about being able to deliver new innovative user experiences to market faster. It's that speed to deliver new and very tailored, very custom user experiences to market for your business applications. And trellispark is an enabler to help you do that. That is the key thing that trellispark is built to do. And this can be used for accelerating a digital transformation. So let's say that you were looking to replace some legacy systems with a more modern, custom tailored user experience. You want to integrate different systems together, provide a more common data model that then you can surface more modern user experiences or operational efficiency gains around that. You could be going through a merger and acquisition, in which case then you're consolidating and streamlining business processes for a particular unit that's all come together. And so trellispark is an enabler to do that. It's that speed to innovate, the time to market, the efficiency element. That's where trellispark is really that enabler for change.
Excellent. The next sort of set of questions, relates to, well, how's it going to impact IT, right? So from an operational efficiency and a cost perspective, how is trellispark improving my IT operations?
Yeah, well, first off, if you can eliminate 90% plus of the actual code that you would normally need to write if you were building a custom application, that's huge. So right off the bat, trellispark is evaporating so much of that effort and work, and as a result, the cost. So your build cost from that perspective is just significantly reduced. It evaporates a huge amount of that cost and time. The other element to this is trellispark is a very lightweight framework, and it's very easy to ramp up and understand. So your team can come up to speed we measure it in a matter of hours in days. So the amount of time for your team to ramp up, within about a week, you're probably delivering new business value already. You're starting to build stuff. The other thing that's really nice about trellispark is that because of the efficiency of the platform and the framework, it's a very low footprint for infrastructure costs. So the actual cost of the operations for your infrastructure is significantly low for a trellispark deployment. And you can decide where you want to deploy it. You can deploy it into your cloud solution of choice, cloud provider of choice, or you can deliver it on premise if you have existing infrastructure that you can utilize. That's completely in your control. The other element to trellispark is the sustainability side of it. So when we talk about sustainability from an applications perspective, really what we're talking about is if you build a solution and then you bring it into production, the ability to change things, change components, upgrade, maintain, update, or change different elements of the trellispark platform, it's very easy to be able to do that, and you're able to do that without breaking stuff. And one of the things that we often see in a lot of traditional ways of building applications is when you can introduce a new functionality, but sometimes it breaks the data behind that. And so trellispark, just by the inherent design and nature of the way data is protected, it's insulated from a lot of those step changes. So introducing changes from that perspective with trellispark, it's a highly sustainable platform for that. And that keeps your operational costs and everything down.
So that's great, right? If we're significantly reducing the IT operational cost, that's good. Right, but the big piece of the operations is the business operations, right? Without the IT operational costs, how's trellispark really impacting, the business operational costs?
Yeah, fundamentally, how we measure business value is based on the impact we can achieve by introducing a new user experience and how fast we can deliver that new user experience to market. And the nice thing about trellispark is it's enabling you to do both. You can create a very tailor-made user experience that you can that's for operational business process optimizations or other ways of delivering an efficient user experience for the business. You're able to do that, but you can also do that in a very rapid fashion. Your delivery to achieve that tailored user experience is very quick. So it's kind of like you can have your cake and eat it too. Like trellispark enables you to be able to achieve both of those as part of being an enabler for change. The other thing with trellispark is because it's very quick and easy to be able to introduce new changes, you can continuously have this stream of changes that you're bringing to market that is equipping and enabling the business as your business needs it. So the thing that's kind of interesting about this is it kind of changes or fundamentally changes the way your business units are interacting and working with these different business applications and how they're leveraging it. I mean, often in the past, what we've seen for a lot of businesses is that these monolithic applications or large systems that are being introduced, they're very difficult to change, they're very difficult to modify and adapt and evolve. And so they end up becoming these anchors to the past. And what trellispark enables you to do is prevent being an anchor to the past and really becoming a true enabler for change. That's huge.
So that sounds really good, Rob. I mean, clearly we're helping grow the business. We're helping minimizing the costs, both in the IT and the business. I mean, the last thing that people always have on their mind, right? I mean, how does trellispark help a business to eliminate some of the common risks that they face today?
Yeah, the simple answer or the more straightforward answer would be, how secure is trellispark? I mean, that's the common kind of way of answering this question. But there are other elements to business risk. But I'll answer that question part first. So trellispark is secure by design in every single layer of the solution. And as you know, Tony, we have taken a very systematic approach to having defense in depth across every single layer of the trellispark framework. So from that context and just the sheer fact that the entire framework was built with security in mind, we have significant security measures taken in place to implement the trellispark platform itself and the framework. The other thing that's unique to trellispark is the nature in which we isolate and contain and protect the data behind the user experiences and how that data is surfaced and accessed. The data agnostic services architecture really protects your data significantly. And this helps a lot when it comes to external threats like ransomware and other external vectors that may attempt to try and hijack or take control of your data or access your data. So trellispark is an excellent platform for being able to help you protect against those types of external threats. But I'll go back to the other ways in which you can answer this question. And one of the ways that I look at business risk is the risk of innovation. Trellispark is an incredible enabler to help eliminate some of that risk that you would normally or traditionally have with the cost and the time it would take to innovate and try different types of user experiences that you could surface to market. trellispark accelerates that, and it really reduces the amount of time and effort and cost to be able to try new things. So you can actually fail and try again. Like the whole concept of innovation, being able to experiment, to be able to try new things, trellispark is an enabler for that. So it takes the business risk out of innovation. I think that's a huge win when introducing trellispark to an organization. And then the other element to this that I'd like to highlight is trellispark and Great Ideaz as an organization. We've really tried hard to put a lot more of the control back with our customers. You can decide where and when to deploy trellispark. You can decide which components of the framework you want to deploy and when you want to deploy them. You can decide when you want to upgrade some of those components to the latest version that we provide to you, and we always provide the latest versions of the trellispark components for any of our customers, and that's always free. You can download the trellispark product and you can experiment with it and try it out for free. We don't charge until you actually have a volume of active users that you want to purchase a license for. And all of the training materials, the trellispark Academy, that is all available for anybody that leverages the product. So really a lot of the control is in your hands. You've got a lot of the tools to be able to capitalize on the product and utilize it. So I think that's really important.
That's awesome, Rob. So then, just to quickly summarize that, of the execs that we talked to, it seems clear that we're adding tremendous strategic value in all of the key areas in terms of how are they going to be able to grow and innovate their business. How do they reduce the operational costs, both within IT, but more importantly, within general business operations. And then finally, how are we reducing business risks, both from, the traditional threats, both internal and external, but also in reducing the risk of innovation.
To learn more about Great Ideaz products and solutions, visit greatideaz.com. That's Great Ideaz with a Z.com. Thanks.